Game Day 25. I got bad news for people who actually bought the Canon printer, the MX something. I'll put a picture of it um, in this video. Well, it will be the start of the video, and here somewhere or this side will be a link to the unboxing of the Canon printer. That kind of printer, well, I had a bad experience. I don't know if you guys also had the same bad experience with the printer. Well, basically I showed you guys how to connect a printer with the cable, and I showed you guys how to put the cartridge in. But as I was actually using the printer, and while I was like using it for daily use, I noticed I got a software update, and I don't know if it was with just that one printer or if it was just having bad luck with the printer software. But I got a software update, and now the printer doesn't want to work. It's like it's disconnected, but it was connected. So I sent the printer back to the shop where I bought it, and a couple of months later or weeks later they gave me a new one. So I got another one, and then I done the same thing. Apparently the way how you install it is when you install it without leaving the cable in, and I did do that. I left the cable here, and I waited until they told me to plug the printer back in, and it still does the same thing. So I don't know if it's maybe a bug or a manufacturer fault in that Canon printer. So if you are wondering to buy that printer, just know that if you do, like for example, if the phone lines or the landlines is not there and you want to use the cable as in a normal cable, then know that maybe it will work now and maybe it won't work later on, because there's some weird manufacturer fault with the cables section. So that is the USB to the printer side. So I don't know why doesn't it recognize that your printer is plugged in, even though when you do go to your USB ports on your computer, it will show that there is a Canon printer plugged in, but when you want to try and use it, it says that it's disconnected. So I don't know why it's doing that. I forgot to make a video of that, but I have sent the first one in, and I sent the other one in, because both of it's doing the same thing. And basically when you have a printer, you're supposed to follow the steps of the instructions, what they tell you to install the printer, not you guessing, maybe do this, maybe do that, maybe do this and that, so that you can use the printer. And for those people who actually install the printers, like just randomly just go with the flow and not read the instructions, maybe you got it right and maybe I got it wrong, or maybe I just got two bad Canon printers. But if they can fix that problem, because the software was also the disk CD what they give you, and it's also the same problem with the online software. So if Canon is watching this video and they are wondering why is some people complaining about it, or why I'm complaining about it, it's because of that. And following the instructions of the printer is actually the reason why you actually want to use the printer. And for certain functions, like for example scan, print, maybe fax, or using the Bluetooth Wi-Fi connection, that is also another thing. If you don't have a phone line or a telephone line or a house landline, and you want to use that feature, it is a difficult way to use it, even though they say you must just have a router or a router, or what is the other word for modem. It doesn't work even if you just plug it in and you're following the steps. it still doesn't work. Even if you have a different smartphone or a different tab, it doesn't work as they say it does work. I had to sit up with that thing for like maybe the whole night, and both of the printers, what I had, the first one and the second one, and it was both Canon. I forgot what's the name of the Canons. I can't remember what is the name of it. But I have an unboxing which will pop up here somewhere, and you will see it at the end of the video. But yeah, that I don't know why it's such a mission to do it, and I don't know if maybe that feature was just, well, that printer is actually made for Wi-Fi phone line connection. It could be that it is for that feature. I don't know if it is for that feature, but there is also a possibility that it's because it's the second cheapest or the third cheapest printer of Canon. So they don't really worry much about those printers. But for those people who like want to buy a printer or what's like that, just make sure that you are aware about that. And if you are watching my videos about the unboxing, I will give you feedback of the item, but I will get some other printer soon, what I'll do an unboxing of, and I'll let you guys know how is that one working. I don't think it will be as fancy as the other one, because the other one was with a whole lot of fancy gadgets what you could do, but that Canon printer, what I did do a unboxing, the first one I had to send it away, and the second one I had to also send away because it was doing the same thing. And some people ask me, isn't it maybe because I'm working on Windows 8 or Windows XP or so, but I was working on Windows X, which is 10. Yeah, it is Windows 10, should I say? Yeah, Windows 10 on my normal or PC what I use to upload, and that is the problem what I have with that Canon printer. So if you guys are also using it and you're wondering why isn't your printer not working, because I had that printer for a while and it was working perfectly with the phone line. When the phone line wasn't there, I used it without the phone line, and then like say like 3 or 4 months later, and then it was not working anymore. It's like it remembered that there's no more phone line, so now it mustn't work. Or I don't know, maybe Canon brought out some software and now it's not working. I actually don't know. I have found well, I have found into Canon the people would actually work with thing, and they done like some team viewer thing so they can move the mouse and install the software, and they told me that there is something wrong, but I think it is more to do with the software related, the one what you can download on the Canon website, and the disk software also, that there is something wrong, or there's some update what's missing, or program what is missing to make the Canon work, because it worked the first time when I did try and install it, and it worked the second time also when I try and install it, because I forgot one feature, which is that XMP drive. So I wanted to install that again, and so I uninstalled everything, delete all the files and so on, and I installed it, and it was working perfectly fine. But then later, in like as I've been using the printer and so on, it stopped getting connection to the PC. So I want to know if you guys are having that same problem with your Canon printer. It is the one what's the start of the video, and I will put the name of it at the bottom of the video. And maybe I installed it wrong, or maybe there was some different way to install it, but the way of following the instructions of Canon, and the page thing, the manual what they give, it doesn't work. So for two printers, and I also tried it on another computer, and it done the same thing. It disconnects, or it shows that disconnect, like connect your printer to the thing, and it's not that it was my cable, because they don't supply a cable. I bought a brand new cable from one of the shops, brand new cable. It was a name brand cable. You guys saw there in my other video that it was a name brand cable, and that is why I had that cable, because the phone line wasn't there anymore, so decided to use it like that. But like and subscribe, somewhere in this side or this side, you can subscribe to my channel, and also further up here or there, you'll see the other videos what I make of the unboxing of the Canon. I actually don't know what's the name of the Canon's, the full name, Canon's name, I don't know, but you guys will see the unboxing, and you will see also there's an eye there, so there will be some other videos that will also be in that eye. And yeah, I'm also running a donation thing also. One of the videos what will be in that video, in that eye message what will pop up here soon. But like and subscribe, don't let anyone bring you down, always try and stay positive, and yeah, cheers guys.